All right, last little piece here, part F of this never-ending example 1. Use your table of values, that's that pretty orange table we made up there, or the one that you've got in your calculator by pressing second and graph to get to the table, to make a graph of the ball's path through the air. So I kind of wrote on my graph a little bit here. So remember, like it says in our notes, we need to make sure our graphs have the axes numbered and labeled with what they stand for and what we're going up by. So in this situation, my x-axis is time in seconds. So I'm just going to label that with time in seconds. And then I notice that I need to go from 0 to 8 for my seconds, which I'm just going to go up by 1 here because I've got enough pieces to do that. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we got that situated. And now to label the y-axis. The x was our time in seconds. The y-axis, and I'm a little scrunched here, this y-axis is going to be the height above the ground. So I'm just going to rotate height and feet. Okay, so now this is where we get a little different because my height, my y values go all the way from 0 to 256. And I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 lines to work with. So 14 lines to work with, and I need to get all the way up to like 250. Going up by tens wouldn't be enough because that would only get me to 140. So then the next best thing would be probably going up by 20s. And so I'm going to label that. My height in feet is going to start with 20. I'm going to label every other one, but not skip. So this is 20, then next would be 40. This is 60, 80, so this would be 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 220. And if the counting and skipping is confusing you, then just fill in all of them. No big deal. You don't have to skip. 80, 120, 160, 100, just kidding, 200. There we go. 200, 220, 240, and ending with that 260 at the top. So that's what I mean by making sure you label and number those axes. Otherwise, I have no idea what you're going up by. All right, so now we just plot some points, and then we can be done. I'm going to do my points in green. So 0, 256. 0, 2, so there's 240. 250 would be in the middle, so 256 would be about there. And then we have 1, 252, so that's not going to be much lower than that other one. 3 is at 220. Oh, I skipped 2. 2 is 240. There. 3 is 220. 4 is 192, so that's 200 here, so 192 would be like there. 5 is 156, so that's 60, so 56 is be about there. 6 is 112, which would be about there. 7 is 60, that'll be a nice easy one to plot. And 8 is 0. And so remember, when you're doing this, you don't want it to be chunky, you want it to be nice and smooth and curvy. So I'm going to use purple. So this is the ball's path through that air. All right, notice some of my points don't fall exactly on, just make sure you get it too. I'll try that again, actually. Let's see. Oh, geez, that was awful. Let me see here. Let me see if I can. There we go. Not too bad. So again, just making sure that it's nice and smooth, not pointy and grumpy. So there we go.